Hi, welcome to Dig into China. I'm Dong Sheng. Recently, there has been an unusual development. On June 17th, China announced a 3% increase in pensions for retirees from both enterprises and government institutions. This 3% raise marks the lowest percentage increase in recent years. In comparison, pensions were increased by 5% in 2020, 4.5% in 2021, 4% in 2022, and 3.8% in 2023. Despite it being historically low, this 3% pension increase has garnered widespread attention and ignited a significant public outcry in China in recent days. The level of anger and discontent expressed by the general public surpassed that of any previous year. This illustrates that when the economy begins to decline, social conflicts become notably intense. For instance, in the recent pension adjustment, only retirees from enterprises and government institutions benefit, while others, such as farmers, do not. In China, rural pensions typically amounted to just over 100 yuan per month, leaving farmers feeling significantly marginalized. They rightly deserve increased support, which has unfortunately not been forthcoming. As the economy declines, people are naturally more focused on the inequalities they face, given that their lives have been harder in recent years. This accumulating discontent among the public can lead to incidents of social retaliation, increasing the stability costs for the Communist Party. It's evident that the party now faces a critical choice: how to redistribute the societal wealth in order to stabilize the faltering empire. Therefore, in this episode, we will explore the implications of pension adjustments, youth unemployment rates, and escalating social tensions to predict the future policy directions of the Communist Party. Let's start by discussing the issue of pensions. China's current pension system grapples with two primary challenges. First, there is the rapid aging of the population, leading to a significant increase in elderly individuals and a mounting pressure on pension funds, which risk becoming unsustainable. Second, there is a pronounced inequality in pension distribution. Pensions for those within the state sector are disproportionately high, while farmers receive significantly lower pensions. Meanwhile, retirees from typical urban enterprises in medium-sized cities struggle to make ends meet. Based on the Ministry of Human Resources and Social Security's 2023 statistical report, in urban areas, there were 140 million retirees with expenditures reaching 6.38 trillion yuan, averaging a monthly retirement wage of 3,742 yuan per urban residence. Meanwhile, in rural areas, there were 170 million retirees with expenditures totaling 461.3 billion yuan, resulting in an average monthly retirement pension of just 222 yuan per rural resident. The disparity between urban and rural pensions is indeed shocking, isn't it? This year, with the new policy, urban retirees will receive a 3% pension increase, amounting to an additional 191 billion yuan in pension expenditures. If this 191 billion yuan were instead allocated to rural retirees, each would receive an extra 100 yuan per month, resulting in a 45% increase. That would be a wonderful act of goodwill, wouldn't it? However, no one takes this approach. Why? Because those who design these pension plans are only interested in allocating more money to themselves. The challenge now confronting the Communist Party is that the aging population is growing too quickly, and the pensions are disproportionately skewed towards state sector retirees. Consequently, the largest share of pension expenditures is allocated to supporting these state retirees. If this distribution cannot be rebalanced, the remaining options will be very harsh. For instance, the Communist Party has recently implemented a policy to delay retirement. On the surface, this seems beneficial as it extends the period employees contribute to Social Security and it delays the time they start receiving pensions, thereby reducing the burden on pension funds. However, as these employees stay in their positions longer, fewer job opportunities are available for younger people. Given the already serious issue of youth unemployment, this reduction in job openings due to delayed retirements could exacerbate the problem. Now let's consider Between young people and the elderly, who do you think the Communist Party would prioritize? From any perspective, it seems crucial to prioritize securing jobs for the young. Elderly people often have families and vulnerabilities that make them more manageable. But young people are different. They are energetic, tech-savvy, and have no dependents or significant vulnerabilities. If left idle and unemployed for long periods, these young individuals might become frustrated and impulsively disrupt social stability. From a perspective of maintaining stability, managing the elderly is perceived as easier compared to managing the young. Consequently, in the coming years, we may face a situation where the rise in youth unemployment resulting from postponed retirement outweighs the benefits of reducing pension fund expenditures. Reflecting the government approach of the Communist Party, a more drastic measure might be considered to ease pension fund pressures, potentially involving direct measures to reduce the elderly population. This idea echoes a notable line from The Wandering Earth. Those over 50 step forward to ease the state's pension burden. If you were a retiree over 60, would you be willing to step forward for your country? Refraining from doing so might be viewed as lacking in patriotism. This underscores a distinctive form of patriotism in China. Ask not what the party can do for you, ask what you can sacrifice for your party. In a society in China that espouses social Darwinism, this scenario is not merely a distant tale. Rather, the Communist Party tends to approach it with subtlety. For example, they may use the healthcare system to accelerate the mortality rate among the elderly. While younger individuals can withstand various illnesses to some extent due to their better health, seeking medical care after the age of 60 might only expedite one's demise. In reality, China's healthcare system has long been implementing such strategies. Many elderly individuals end up depleting their savings in hospitals only to pass away in hospital rooms after futile rescue attempts. Certainly, I understand some might argue, retired elderly individuals aren't completely useless. Just look at how China has been actively promoting the silver economy and expanding the elder care industry in recent years. This stimulates domestic demand. Plus, seniors can help younger people by taking care of children, allowing them to focus on their work. Firstly, the concept of the elder care industry and the silver economy cannot serve as a cornerstone industry for any country. Similar to how the healthcare system operates, no nation's GDP relies primarily on hospitals treating people to drive economic growth. Likewise, a country cannot sustain its GDP primarily by catering to the elderly. The true purpose of the elder care industry lies in reducing the caregiving burden on younger generations and optimizing the allocation of social resources. While we acknowledge that elderly individuals can help younger generations by caring for children, we must also recognize that the seniors can themselves become a burden on the young. Therefore, the elder care industry, like childcare, aims to free up younger generations. Furthermore, if a young person has neither elderly nor young dependents and is solely dedicated to serving the country, the state can exploit all their time ruthlessly. Even a demanding work schedule like a 996 would pale in comparison to such exploitation. Hence, for the Communist Party, eliminating the elderly is seen as a guaranteed and a profitable transaction. So, the tragedy for an elderly person in China may be unfolding in this manner. I can say that apart from the privileged beneficiaries within the state sector, including ordinary retirees from government positions and a vast number of retired workers from state-owned enterprises, migrant workers and all others are targeted for elimination. For example, a relative of my friend living in a first-tier city and retired from a government position within the state sector recently turned 70 and was diagnosed with a terminal illness, subsequently hospitalized. It made me ponder, for ordinary retirees like him, receiving a monthly pension exceeding 10,000 yuan If he does not surpass 70 years old, the Communist Party might view it as beneficial, saving a substantial amount in pension funds. Hence, I believe the Communist Party likely has strong motives to ensure he does not live long. So, for ordinary employees within the state sector, I believe it's crucial not to entertain any illusions of privilege. In truth, you are also like leeks, albeit a bit more robust. When there are no other leeks left to harvest, they will still come for you. Forget about the notions of living a long life. The party may not permit it. In a healthy society, there should be no fear of an overwhelming burden from elder care. When the economy develops robustly, the growing social wealth can easily cover retirement expenses. Furthermore, economic growth creates more job opportunities, thereby eliminating concerns about older adults competing with the younger generations for employment. Given China's current low birth rate, some may believe that introducing immigration could resolve population decline. However, with the actual shrinkage of the societal wealth cake, there is a paradox where the young people are both insufficient and excessive. They are insufficient in comparison to the elderly population due to their small numbers, yet they appear excessive because of limited job opportunities, resulting in youth unemployment. Therefore, what purpose does immigration serve? Introducing a wave of immigrants to China only to face homelessness? When comparing with other developed countries, the United States is known for its relatively lower level of social welfare. However, it's striking that American retirees often enjoy considerable wealth. This is because they rely less on government welfare and more on personal savings accumulated during their higher earning years. By maintaining a strong economy, high wages, and continuous growth in social wealth, the emphasis shifts from reliance on welfare programs like Social Security to ensuring everyone's basic living standards, thereby mitigating the urgency of retirement issues. China's centralized system and inequitable distribution hinder economic growth. When societal wealth stagnates, the only recourse is to redistribute the resources from entrenched interests. If these beneficiaries resist, society may face a harsh restructuring, potentially leading to significant turmoil and upheaval. This historical cycle has repeated itself for millennia. Perhaps this is yet another iteration of history unfolding before us. Thank you for watching. Please like, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. Just click the subscribe button right here. I'll see you again shortly. Until then, be well.